Thank you for having me, Seb. It's lovely to
Thank,
talk to you.
thank you for having me.
Um, Honestly, I just wanted to get started with saying welcome back. Australia very much seems to be Simple Plan's second home at the moment. Like, you guys were here last year playing at the Horden, and now you're obviously here touring with the Offspring, and you've got some headline shows as well. That's like a pretty present place you've got here in our hearts. What do you do to keep these shows fresh and exciting for the die-hard Simple Plan fans that keep coming out for you?
Well, hopefully we try to stay on top of our game, but like the main support vibe is a completely different thing for us because we we ask almost every night, like Pierre asks on stage, is there anybody here that has never seen Simple Plan before? And it's always the majority. So
Yeah.
like, okay, like do we throw out like a super rare B-side to please the 15 people in the front row, or do we try to keep it interesting for the people that maybe have never heard of us and then they'll be surprised by, oh, that's them. Oh, I know this song, you know. So we kind of keep that our set list a little bit more catered to the mainstream fan, I guess. Even if we do add a few more of the fast songs on this specific tour, because the Offspring, like, so it's fun to play fast when we're on tour with them. But we do have this one headliner in Sydney in 2 3 days. Where we decided we were going to play the whole Still Not Getting It album, top to bottom, and we've never done that. So that's going to be really fun, and that's definitely something special for the fans. I think that show sold out in 10 minutes. So
Yeah. Definitely a tough one to get to. And it's interesting because, you have all this back catalog, so many amazing songs, but I'm here just a little bit early, but in the next few days, Simple Plan is actually releasing a song with Avril Lavigne. How did that collaboration come about?
it's honestly, it was as easy as last summer when we were on tour. It's like, hey, we should have a song together. It's like, okay, and that was that. And then it took a while before we actually made it happen, but that's how the conversation started. So we did that when we were on break just now at the beginning of our winter. So that's the end of your summer, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just got in the studio and wrote a cool song, and it's a really fun song. Honestly, I love it. Super catchy. My daughter sings it all the time, and that's coming out. Like, okay, so hold on, my computer's on Montreal time, so now it's coming out tomorrow.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that song's coming out tomorrow, May 9th, which is Pierre's birthday. Funny enough,
Oh,
so it's a nice birthday gift for him. But yeah, that song is coming out, and I mean, we haven't had anything new really since our album, I think,
mhm.
2022. So yeah, it's a welcome new song featuring Simple Plan.
Yeah. And even, I don't know, when you look at it on paper, Simple Plan, Avril Lavigne, you guys ruled pop punk within the 2000s. Did it feel like a bit of a nostalgia trip for you, like seeing your two names combined for a song to come out now?
Definitely, I think we toured together back in 2002, and just a tour last summer felt like a finally moment for a lot of our fans, that have been fans of hers and ours. And I mean, as soon as she hits the stage, like it's unbelievable the amount of great music she has. Like every song, I'm like, oh, I love this one. No, I love this one. Oh, and you just like it just won't stop. So we're very very honored and very grateful of her generosity to bring us on tour with her. And I kind of like to say she's headlining for us.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds cool. But I mean, it's amazing. And now, obviously, having a song together is just like the final stamp on the Simple Plan Avril team up. That a lot of fans, I believe, have been waiting for.
Absolutely. Well, in terms of like a legacy a little bit, the Simple Plan legacy and career spans miles and miles, and it's still something that's being affirmed today. You celebrated 15 years of no pads, 10 years of still not getting any, all these moments. But I guess for you personally, what in your career felt like your made it moment that still rings true today?
Oh, that's very interesting. I think as far as I'm concerned, the moment I was able to move out of my parents and just pay for my own apartment,
Hmm.
or when I got my first place, I was just like, oh, that's like I don't know that it was a band specific moment, because I don't know that there ever was like a big tipping point. I don't know that there ever was one event where we all went like, this is it. Like it's always been little things. We've had some surreal moments, but for the most part, it's just like, oh, this is a life I can have. Like when we all sort of realized that, we're kind of like, okay, okay, I think we've made it, you know, and
Yeah.
now in a twisted turn of events, like our touring is bigger now than ever. So to all of us, it feels like our band's bigger right now than it's ever been, even though we don't have a hit record, even though we're not going platinum, you know, which was the metric 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It feels that there is a love and a loyalty for this band that's for some reason maybe can't go away anymore, you know,
Yeah.
unless we really mess it up, which is unlikely at this point, you know. So I mean, this whole moment right now in the band feels like the oh we've made it again moment, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think it's really interesting because obviously, Simple Plan, it seems to keep having this longevity of fans, new and old alike. And it's interesting because there's very few bands with an iconography and attachment to a cartoon. But obviously, you're very intertwined with the themes of Scooby Doo. You sing the theme song, you get the dogs out on stage. Do you feel like there's kind of this never-ending spawn of new fans because the cartoon is, so well received even by young people now?
Yeah, I think so. Like, there's that's a two-parter. I think a lot of people found out about the band through social media, whether that's the "I'm just a kid" challenge on TikTok or just scrolling on your Instagram and stuff like, "Oh, this is a fun video. I know this song," and then you kind of get into a band this way. And now there's like a whole wave of fans that people that grew up listening to us and now bring their kids to the shows.
Yeah.
So there's some of that as well. Like gonna be I'm gonna be 44 in a few weeks. So like people that were like maybe like 5, 6 years younger than us, so like they're in their late 30s now, so they're bringing their kids to the shows, and like it's a whole new group of fans that have never heard of us before, and maybe people that were 10 or 12 back then couldn't come to shows, and
Hmm.
now they're in around 30 years old, are like, yeah, I'm going to the show now. So it's a mix of new fans, old fans that have never seen us, people that are bringing their kids, and people that are just finding out about us and they have no idea what's new, what's not new. They just like this song and like that song.
And is that a pretty interesting thing now for you? Like, you see these young faces in the crowd. I guess it's very different to, if you played the tours and festivals way back when. Like, this is a very mixed crowd. Do you ever feel like you have to rein things in a little bit, or you're never afraid of that?
No, no, actually, no. It's kind of fun. Like, um, the fast songs are fun to play because it gets a rock crowd going. The ballads are fun to play because it gets a great sing-alongs going. The hits, if you will, are fun to play because that's what brings people back in time. I mean, so we kind of just have this show that we've been doing for the past many years, and it holds up. I think people still enjoy it. We still enjoy getting on stage and doing what we do, and it's honestly, we're just having a good time, and we're grateful to be able to still be here and to be able to live this moment in time right now.
Hmm. Well, this next one, it's a very selfish and personal question.
Do
But
it.
um, I
Are we
think
going to play Crash and Burn? Is that the question?
no,
No.
but it's
Okay.
a different request.
Okay.
Like, Simple Plan recorded probably the best soundtrack song ever made, and that is Don't Want to Think About You from Scooby Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. One of the best songs
Yeah,
ever made, and like you never play it. Why
I
is
know. It's not very popular. Not a lot of people know it. I think it's a cool song too.
Hmm.
I think it's on the list of hey fans would like this. I think it's probably at the bottom of that list though. I think there's a lot of songs that are like, oh my god, you rarely play this one, you should play it. You rarely play this one, you should play it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd kind of forgotten about that song. So tell you what, I'll bring it up at the next band meeting, and I'll let you know how quickly everybody says no.
I was gonna say you have to be responsible for giving me a buzz if it does get a yes, though.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, like we said, you're here with the Offspring.
Yes.
You're both a very important band in a lot of people's life and legacy. But you yourself, do you have a favorite Offspring song that you've liked to keep with them?
I mean, yes, I'm a huge Offspring fan. They were extremely important to me. The album Smash, and then they did it again with Americana 5 years later. They almost smashed the first CD I ever bought. Yeah, I think before that I would just listen to whatever my older brother was listening to, and like we'd kind of copy, make mixtapes and like of songs I like by whatever band he was listening to. But when I heard the Offspring for the first time, that's when I got my money and I bought the album Smash. So Self Esteem, I'm gonna say, as soon as I saw that song go on TV with that video, I I was blown away. I thought it was so great, and so that would be my song. And then from there, I went back in time to Ignition, and then obviously kept up with everything else they've been doing since. So it's a pretty surreal to be on tour with them right now, because um, oh man, so many things. Like we did the Warped Tour Australia. I think it was here in 2012.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And it was with the Offspring.
Mm.
And back then they were 25 years in, and we were about 10 years in, right?
Wow, yeah.
And now we're 25 years in. And so like that makes that's incomprehensible math that I can't even begin to count for them, but for ourselves. So like now that we're 25 years in, like it's like the way I used to look at them on that tour is maybe the way some of our fans look at us now. So
Yeah.
like some of those feelings I'm starting to understand. I'm like, okay, this is legit. I understand that our music has meant a lot to people, and I understand how that works. And I think it's yes. So yes, there's a lot of songs by The Offspring that I'm absolutely a big fan of.
Yeah, and it's still continuing to be these full circle moments. And I guess, looking at it from another perspective, Simple Plan has influenced so many bands. Is there any Australian bands you're keeping your eye on at the moment?
Oh, not enough. I
Mm.
wish there was more. Honestly, like it's funny. Like I was walking around Melbourne yesterday, and I saw a poster for Kiss Chasey that's going to play at the Forum, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god, we toured with those guys! They were awesome!" You know. Um, and right now, Erin Roos formerly from Stateside, is jumped on stage with us yesterday to sing Jet Lag. She's going to do it again tonight. So it's really fun to see some friends. But I need to be made aware of more amazing Australian artists because since Gautier kind of blew up the world, there hasn't been that much that are like, oh, they're Australian. So
Yeah.
I don't think it matters a lot anymore either.
Mm.
Like I'll find out about where people are from way after I'm a fan of the music. So, but please, if you have any suggestions, forward them my way.
Easy peasy. Yeah, and it's lovely to see Erin pop up for Jet Lag, which is probably one of the coolest songs to see perform live. It's such a ballad. I guess, and just finally finishing up for you, what is the Simple Plan song that makes your night to perform it and see other people scream it back to you?
I think it has been and will be for a while. Welcome to my life.
Mm.
There's just and the Australian version, which is Welcome to My Life. No, I can't do it. But it's a banger, and you can see all ranges of emotions in the front row when we play that song, and you can see people in the way back waving their hands and singing along. You can see people in the front that obviously it means a whole different thing to them. So I love that song. I think it's great.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. It was lovely to speak to you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.